Ken, good to see you. You've got President Trump there basically setting the tone as Scott Bessent goes to do these meetings. How important is this for the markets and for investors, do you think?
Yeah, I think it's really important. And by the way, I like the Brits. We have a long history with them, and happy Friday to you and your guests there. You know, as far as China is concerned, I think 90% of Americans probably feel we have a really bad deal with them. They've been stealing and rifling our intellectual property for a long time. It's really about the execution and messaging, right? I mean, thankfully, I think one thing the market really likes is Navarro is taking a sidestep, and Treasury Secretary is now coming forward. And, you know, he's definitely a lot more moderate. He's not a tariff hawk like Navarro is. But the messaging, you know, this is the problem. Like that one Friday, remember, we're going to start exempting tariffs from computers and laptops and phones. And then on Sunday morning, 36 hours later, Commerce Secretary comes on and says, no, we're going to backpedal. And a couple of days later, tell NVIDIA they can't sell chips into China, certain chips into China. So this is the problem. This is the reason why market's kind of been jittery, because it seems like it's haphazard and there's not a master plan. I hope there is. I know your guest, John, a good friend of ours, he just wrote a newsletter called MACA, M-A-C-A, Make America Crazy Again, by picking this kind of crazy lane. So let's pick a lane. Let's pick a moderate lane. Like the
markets should focus on what President Trump has said, because he's been very clear. He wants manufacturing back to the United States. While doing that, he's going to be raising money, raising revenue on tariffs. And this is a national security issue. He's been very clear about that. So whatever you're hearing, all this noise elsewhere, if you listen to President Trump, it's actually been quite straightforward. But, of course, these markets have been volatile. But you know what? If you sold when you were down 2,000 points, you lost money. If you stayed put and you had trust, knowing that this is the best place to create wealth long term, you're fine. We're back where we were. We're back where we started.